Hey there, Gemini. It's Bridget with Native Touch Tarot. Welcome or welcome back. We are going to jump into the fun stuff. So today we're going to start with our 2 angel number cards, go into tarot, and then we will finish off this reading with an angel alchemy of the spirit oracle card. So our angel numbers for today, Gemini. 888, karma. Abundance is on the way, and it extends beyond just financial wealth. This is a reminder that true fortune encompasses all aspects of life. If you don't appreciate those around you today, they may not be there tomorrow. Take responsibility for your actions and use this awareness to unlock your greatest potential. And we have 7777, perseverance. Now is the time to shift your perspective on the challenges that currently dominate your life. To achieve success, continue on your path with determination. Tap into your inner wisdom, and you will intuitively know the right next steps to take. So let's grab our tarot cards. Spirit guides, what does Gemini need to know for their possible energy to start the week? Okay, we're starting off strong with the Death card. Something new is about to begin for you. You are letting go. You are going through a transition. And the Hermit. So you're going through a transition and you're doing some soul searching. Okay, so the Hermit is all about self-reflection, solitude, and inner guidance. So with the Death card, again, something is ending in your life, meaning if one thing ends, something new needs to begin. So the Death card is all about new beginnings and transitions, releasing things that you don't need anymore, purging stuff out of your life. So while you're purging, it looks as though you also need to look within. Because again, that Hermit is all about soul searching and looking for that inner guidance. You know, we're going to grab one more card and see exactly what Spirit is talking about here. We're looking at a new beginning, but we need to do some soul searching because this is some pretty powerful stuff. We've got 3 major arcana cards to start your reading. This is kind of wild. So the Magician is about manifestation and action. This is a card about changing your life for the better, or changing anything for the better. So if we've got a new beginning, and then we're doing some soul searching to figure out exactly which way we want to go, Spirit's telling you, you can do whatever you want. So don't feel stuck. Trust in this new energy and know that you have it in you to change what's going on. So let's see what potential challenges you, Gemini, could have. The High Priestess, okay, again, looking inside. And the Ace of Wands, we're going to have a new opportunity, a new beginning. This is inspired energy. And the High Priestess is all about trusting your gut and your intuition. The High Priestess is your spiritual insight, your inner knowing. And it looks like we need to have some courage with that Ace of Wands to trust our gut. Again, these 2 cards are in our possible challenge position. So is there something off about whether or not we trust ourselves? Or are we going to ignore something new coming in? Well, you know, we're going to grab a 3rd card and find out. Why is the High Priestess and the Ace of Wands here for possible challenges for Gemini? Because we've got a temporary hardship. Now, this could be illness. This could be a temporary financial hardship. The key word here is temporary. Okay, so this too shall pass. So if we are looking at a potential challenge of temporary hardship, it looks as though while we're going through that hardship, we need to understand temporary. We're going to be getting a new opportunity. We just have to trust our gut. So let's see what the advice from Spirit is. What do your spirit guides want you to know? We have the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Okie dokie. So the Queen of Swords is an energy of fair judgment. She is honest, she is experienced, and she is thoughtful. So we've got some keen insight with the Queen of Swords. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is a card of abundance. This is a card of success. This is wealth. This is fabulous things. So why is Spirit giving us the advice that the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles are here together? Where are we going with this energy? Two of Pentacles, balance, juggling priorities. Okay, so with your Queen of Swords, you have insight. You are honest, and that's going to lead to abundance. But in order to get this abundance, we need to balance. We need to balance our finances. We need to juggle those priorities properly. Okay, so that is the advice from Spirit. We are going to use our Queen of Swords energy, our honest, experienced, keen insight, fair judgment energy to create balance in our finances to help with that abundance that we're looking for. Remember our number 888? The very first line in that card is abundance is on the way. And again, the Nine of Pentacles is abundance. So what is our possible outcome? The Two of Wands and the King of Swords. We have the King and Queen. So someone's thinking a lot. The Two of Wands is a card of choices. Okay, so are we going to stay or are we going to go? And of course, I have the song in my head now. We are being courageous. We are literally holding the world in our hands. And with the King of Swords, this is truth. This is structure, authority. He is the master of logic and reason. So if we have a choice to make and we need to seize the day, we need to do it logically and with reason behind us, okay? So we really need to think through what this choice is going to do to our lives or to our loved ones' lives. So there we have it. There is your readings. Let's see what the Alchemy of the Spirit Oracle card says for you. These have been great at wrapping these readings up lately. So we're going to keep going with these. Spirit guides. What do you want Gemini know for the end of this reading? What will get them through their week? The Cave. This is a moment of shadows. You are approaching a dark cave within your spirit, and it's time to look inward. Okay, we got a few of those cards, looking inward. It takes courage to look within yourself. It takes even greater courage to see and accept the parts of yourself that are not pretty, the shadows. But it is often easier to see them in others than to acknowledge your own. It is often easier to project onto others what you don't like about yourself, rather than admitting on occasion you could also be the bad neighbor, the bad partner, the selfish friend, or the arrogant person. Maybe in someone else's story, you are the person they need to heal from. You are human. You are bound to make mistakes. Yet it can be a humbling gift to realize that, on occasion, you could be in the wrong too. This is a time to dive within yourself and recognize the parts that aren't all that pretty. Not with the intent to punish yourself, but to be aware of what you need to heal. This too is an act of self-love. Meeting your shadows is unsettling, and the ego might not like to hear that you're not perfect. So be patient if you encounter resistance. While you sail through your inner realm, remember to be kind. In the places where you find more darkness, that is where you need to pour more love. Healing is a process that doesn't happen overnight. So be kind and compassionate to yourself. Well, that seems very specific for someone. So do the inner work. Do the inner work, make the choice, think long and hard, because we are going to have to look within, and we're starting our new beginning. So congrats, Gemini, but do the heavy work. It really, really does pay off in the long run. Get those shadows cleared up, and the future will be way brighter than it is today. So if any of this resonated with you, I would love a like, share, or follow. So comment your heart away, own this reading, and again, subscriptions really do mean a ton to small channels. Thank you again for stopping by, Gemini, and I will see you next week.